All right, we are live. Welcome, everybody, to Insert More Coins. I have the fantastic, the probably nicest person I've ever met on X, Miss Janelle Schiecke. I
Shiki,
think I
yes,
got
you got it.
got it right. So she is the author of Ghost Room, but oh, I'll put it right there, Death Cult, and the soon to be coming out Can't See It, the Clatter Man. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good, exhausted. Let's see, before we get started, what's going on, Alex? How
Alex.
are you doing? We got a few people rolling in here. So I guess, how about you, if you want to, talk about your books, all three of them, if you want, however you want to do it.
Okay, sure.
So,
So Ghost Room I published in 2023. And it's I didn't know. I just was like, I'm just gonna do a ghost story. It's I had this it actually started off of a dream. I had this dream for like a month about this room. And my husband's
okay.
like, why don't you write something about him? Yeah. And he's like, just write about it. So I did. And it just kind of, evolved into this book. And it's really, I love it so much. I've grown so much as a writer since writing Ghost Room, but it's so dear to me because it's such a sweet, spooky story. And it's just it's based kind of, well, it is based off of my childhood friends and I. We're kind of a lot like Jess and Max,
Okay.
and Amy in the book. Uh, and it's just really, yeah, it's a really sweet, spooky story. I loved writing it. Uh, After I wrote Ghost Room, well, we lived in Brooklyn at the time that I published it, and we were watching. Saw had just come out. Hostel. I mean, these
Yeah.
kick-ass, amazing horror. They kind of like changed the shift of the genre, right? They shifted the genre, right? They
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, these movies are insane. And I'd watched House of a Thousand Corpses. So I kind of was like, okay, being an indie author, we can just write whatever we want. I mean, you don't have, you can follow a plan, but you can also just do whatever you want. So I just kind of just went, took a
Yeah.
180 and just crazy. I'd written an outline of Death Call many years before I actually wrote it. And the outline I wrote when Saw and stuff came out. And then, yeah, I just was like, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to, I just read The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker, which was, gave me definitely some inspiration for Death Cult. And it was fun. I mean, I'm a huge horror fan, so I really just kind of, you know, really enjoyed writing that one. It was
Yeah.
fun, crazy story. The Clatter Man, actually, I had the idea to write Clatter Man. I started writing it as I was finishing Death Cult. Growing up in the 80s and 90s, we had Candyman. My friends and I did Bloody Mary. We never said it the third time.
Oh Lord.
We would go in the bathroom, we would close the door, and we said her name like twice, and we just went out of there.
Yeah.
And I love cabin horror stories, and so I had the idea of just create my own urban legend. Why not? And so his backstory is really fun to write, and I can't wait to release that next month. It's just a fun horror story. It's just fun. It's funny. It's gory. It's lots of action. Really fun. There's 5 characters, and they really play off each other really well.
Okay.
So yeah, so I can't wait to release, and the cover art's amazing. So I can't wait to reveal the cover art on April 22nd.
Oh, not long. Not
It's
long.
so good. I can't wait.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We got Rod in here.
Oh, God.
And let's see, Rod. The Clutter Man includes one of the most brilliant scenes I've ever read by any author. Nice.
Thank you.
And then also, Ghost Room is fantastic. I am okay. Speaking of Ghost Room, 20 pages left, and I'm done with it. Okay. I will. I think there's 2 or 3 scenes that I've got to so far
Yeah.
that literally gave me chills. For one, the creepy dang doll Those always freak me out in movies. I tell you what, I do not like horror movies at all.
Oh, really?
Well, I've got a whole story.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So whenever I was young, which I've told this before, but
Yeah.
whenever I was young, there was my stepmother loves horror movies. Like that is her jam. That's all she ever wanted to watch was horror movies. And me
Yeah.
and my brother, who is 6 years younger than me, were always forced to watch them. So I mean, I've seen multiple Jasons, multiple Freddys, multiple Halloweens, all that stuff.
Oh,
Went to
nice.
the theater and watched Saw, The Ring. The Ring about ended me.
Oh, The
And
Ring is, yeah, it's so scary.
oh, it's the worst. And so, anyways, she loved to go out at nighttime. Like we'd always watch it at night, all the lights off. It's absolutely terrifying. And this movie comes on, and what does she do? She sneaks into the kitchen, grabs a butcher knife, puts a little ketchup on it, goes outside around to the window and starts knocking. And then
Oh my,
starts scraping the knife on the window. Oh, you can only imagine what a 10 or 11-year-old boy and his 4 or 5-year-old brother would do.
I would have, oh my God. I would like keep my
Yeah.
I would be so scared.
I'm telling you, she was the absolute best that there ever was for a stepmom, but she terrified me with stuff like that.
That is so great. She sounds like she's so fun
Yeah.
though.
Oh, she was the best for sure. Oh, very nice to meet you too.
Rod's awesome. He's such a great guy. We've been friends for, gosh, I don't know, 2 or 3, I guess 2 or 3 years now. You know, we met on Twitter. So
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of crazy how Twitter, which I say Twitter all the time too, how it actually lets you meet people that you end up becoming friends with that you never just randomly onto the internet. Someone subscribes to you and you subscribe to them, and it's like you click. That's pretty cool.
it is really cool.
So, all right. Like I said, tell me this. When did you say the Clatter Man comes out again?
So pre-sales April 22nd.
Okay.
Our release date is May 6th.
May 6th. Okay. So I was thinking about this before I started. I was going to read Ghost Story just to read your first one, and then I was going to do Death Cult, but I think I'm going to do Clatter Man next and then go back and do Death Cult's the plan.
Okay, cool.
I think's what I'm going to do because I definitely want to get that done because it sounds really good.
It's so fun. It's just, yeah, I just want to, yeah, it's just a fun story just to escape into.
So we got Jacob in here. Hey.
Hey, Jacob.
How's it going? All right. So let's see. What do we have? So what would you say your inspiration for writing your books in general would be?
Well, Ghost Room was definitely the dream I had.
Yeah.
With Death Cult and Clatter Man, it's pretty much horror movies. Pretty much just my love of being scared, and horror is all about sensory, right? It's all about sound and touch and taste and smell. So it's fun to elaborate on those because then you can really, like, you know, you want your reader to feel as if they're in the dark hallway, or they're, you know, hearing someone's flesh being torn or something. You want
kind of like Hellraiser.
Kind of like Hellraiser, which is one of my favorites. I know, I love Hellraiser.
Yeah, that, my goodness, that I can't get over that. Like the scary stuff, like doesn't really. It's not bad. It's more of like the gore that gets me. It just makes me nearly sick. It's like, how do people watch this stuff? You know, I don't get it.
It's funny with gore. So it's like, I love practical effects. So the crazier the gore, and if it's practical, I just like eat that up. I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
Let's see. Jacob's got a question for you. Why the preference for novellas over longer titles? If you love movies so much, I'm a huge lover.
It's funny. Like someone mentioned this, so they said my books read like movies because they're usually like maybe an hour and a half to 2 hour read. Mm-hmm. I don't intend to write novellas, but I'm usually done with a story around like 20 to 30K words. So, and I don't like to, and I'm not saying like a longer book has more fluff, but I usually like to kind of like get to the meat and just kind of like and I'm a fast-paced writer as well, so I think that probably plays into it too.
Yeah. I'll tell you, far as like I said, like Ghost Room, by what I've read so far, with not much left, it does. It reads just like I mean, that is the truth. It reads like a movie to me because, everything starts off and they're moving, and it reminds me of like a beginning scene of like,
Yeah.
they're moving houses and she doesn't want to go, and then she gets here and she thinks it's okay, and then you got this creepy doll at the edge of the woods for no reason. It's like, what's going on? But her dynamic with her friends is so high school. It's so good. I mean, you did a great job with
Thank you.
with the just the dynamic of the friendship that the three girls have. I mean, I thought it was great so far. Now I'm curious how this ending's going to be. So, so oh, Rod said, "Who comes out of the gate with 3 home run stories?"
Aw, thank you so much, Rod.
That's right. So, what influences did you have in becoming an author? Like, what made you want to do that?
So I feel like self-publishing, once it became more mainstream, I think that was really what you know what made me kind of just move forward with it. My friends and family always told me I was a good writer, but people tell you that, you're like, oh, are you just saying that because I'm your daughter or your friend? Yeah, so I think once self-publishing became mainstream, and I read a lot of books, I was like, oh, this is, I could write a story like this. I've always been very creative. And so I think also having that outlet and just kind of just letting go and just being able to just let that creativity soar, helped as well, because I have so many stories. But I think self-publishing was really the main reason. Once that became easier, and more just easier to obtain. And it's really, I mean, it's obviously publishing a book. There's so many parts of publishing a book, but with Amazon, it's not easy, but it's easy-ish, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of steps, but they make it as easy as they can for you.
Yeah.
I
think that's where a lot of people get it seems like people get upset with using Amazon just because of the, I mean, they've got shady practices on some things, of course, but I mean, really, it's the best way to get your books out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you're kind of like stuck between a rock and a hard place on some
really
things like that. It's like, do you want to go with the biggest, which you're guaranteed to be seen?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to try to be like, only do it, with your own websites and stuff like that? That's a hard decision to make.
It's very hard. And you can go that way for sure. But me, I'm a mom, I have, I'm so busy as it is. So being able to have, with Amazon, being able to upload it and have the ease, of publishing.
So what authors would you say influenced you in your writing?
Well, definitely Stephen King.
Yeah.
Let's see. Edgar Allan Poe, although I wouldn't say my style is like Edgar Allan Poe, but he was the first author, that I started reading after Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. That was my first intro into horror books. But yeah, Stephen King, Anne Rice. I actually love her Mayfair Witches trilogy. The first one's my favorite. And then Clive Barker, he's I love how he goes from poetic to just crazy gory. He just kind of like seamlessly transitions between those two.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Steve, I've not read any of those, obviously, but King will be on the list. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 5 of his books right now, and I can't decide which one I want to start with. Like, I want to do like the Dark Tower series. I've got the first 2 of it, but one of my friends is like, "Hey, wait till next year, whenever the new series comes out, and we'll read it together." And I said, "Okay," so we can do that. But then I've got Billy Summers. I've got 11/22/63.
Okay.
And I've got the Green Mile. So I'm thinking the Green Mile. I don't have any of his horror stuff yet. I want to get an idea of what I think of him, which I'm sure I'm going to love him. I mean, most everybody does. So
Yeah, he's incredible. I haven't read The Green Mile. Pet Sematary is my favorite. It's also his darkest.
okay, tell me how many times how many times have you read Pet Cemetery?
Like 3 or 4.
Okay, well, everyone tells me that if you read it in when you're young
Mhm.
and then turn around and read it after you have kids, it's a totally different story to you.
Oh, it's
Like it's
completely different. It's horrifying.
oh,
It
okay.
really is.
That's kind of what I guess it's the children part of it.
Mhm.
So I will eventually read it. So that makes me a little nervous being that I've got
Yeah,
kids now.
I know, it's so different. But no, that one's good. I also love I've read it twice. Um, that one's also phenomenal. It's such an
Yeah.
incredible book. And then, The Shining, Cujo, oh gosh, there's a lot. Rose Madder I read. That's one of his kind of middle ones, I guess you could say.
I guess I've heard that one.
Yeah.
So I've seen. I'm trying to think of how many of those movies I've seen. I've seen The Running Man, which everyone says is nothing like the book, but I
Yeah,
love the movie. The Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is incredible. I've
it's
probably
so
watched it 10 times. I love it so much.
it's a really good movie. Yeah, I love that movie. I haven't
Yeah.
read the book either.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, whenever I forgot who I was talking to about it, and they were like, said, "Yeah, The Running Man, the movie is nothing like the book," and I'm like, "What? Why do you even? Why do that?" And it's
Yeah,
like, I
that's
don't know, but it's really good.
funny. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see. What do we got here? So Pet Cemetery is, in my opinion, King's very best work.
I
Okay.
feel it's so well written, and it's just you just become immersed in it. I'm sure you feel the same way, Rod. Like when you're reading it,
Uh,
you become you're just in there. You're seeing everything that he's seen, hearing everything he's hearing. Um and it's just incredible. It's so well written.
you know, the Institute
Oh,
as
I haven't
well.
read that one.
I have not either.
Hmm.
See, Jacob says, heard good things about Amazon and Self-Pub. Great way to get your stories to the masses. I try to grab ebooks there and physicals, some author sites. That's
Mhm.
pretty much what I do as well. Like
Yeah.
normally, whenever they're on sale for like 99 cents is when I'll grab them.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, I'll try to purchase off of the author's website if I can, just to help them out.
Yeah.
I guess I'm assuming because I forgot there was one of the author I was reading where he was talking about how like they can actually sell, or maybe you can actually sell your books cheaper on your own website and ship them, and it actually you still make more money than what you did by doing it through Amazon. No, I don't
Yeah.
know. That's what that person was saying. So
No, I believe it. I have a Ko-fi. I haven't set up a cart for my website, but I do have a Ko-fi that I sell like signed copies on.
yeah,
Um,
which is where I got yours, the first one.
Aw.
Oh, Leslie, hello,
Oh,
hello.
hey, Leslie.
Like the Institute, it was King's best modern
Nice.
work.
Oh, I gotta watch. I haven't watched. I have
Yeah,
to.
that's two people. It's like maybe one I need to check out then.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, what's your process in writing your books? Would you say?
So I'd say the first processing that spark, right? So getting the spark, because if you have an idea and all of a sudden it falls flat and you just, it's just, I mean, I have about 5 books that are maybe like 1 or 2 or 3 chapters that are just sitting there, that I'm not sure what to do with them. Uh, so I guess once you get that initial spark and once it stays with you, you can make a story out of it. That's the first stage. And then the excitement that you have to have the excitement, which I guess is part of the spark, right? You have to have the
Yeah,
excitement to move through with it. And that's really it. I'm a pantser. I do like a very basic outline,
yeah,
but I like my characters to surprise me because they always do.
hmm
So that's what I get a lot of enjoyment out of, while you're writing. With Clatter Man, there ended up being 5 characters, and I guess at the start maybe there was 4, but someone else came in and just and the fun thing about it is that also, for me at least, probably for many writers, the characters' personalities are so unique, and you can just hear each of their voices in your head. So it
Yeah.
makes it so easy to write them. Their voices and their personalities. So I never really put down, oh, so and so is this way, and they did this and they did this, because I just kind of like already have their personality in my head, and their personalities are based off of people I've known, throughout my
Yeah.
life. So yeah, I guess that's it, and like Jacob was asking with the novellas, I just write until I'm done. I never have, the nice thing about being in indie as well, there's no word count you have to meet.
Yeah.
So when you're done, you're done. And I've had stories where I've actually cut out a chapter or two because it was, they just didn't. Some of the chapters just dragged down and didn't really need to be there. So,
Huh.
yeah.
Oh, we've got Molly. Hello, Molly. How are you?
Yay.
Oh.
I know, it's funny because Sean is on the Mirthquake show tonight.
Oh, okay. I was curious on that. I thought I'd seen that he was going to be on there. So
Yeah.
that's interesting. Okay, so you said you have 5 others just sitting to the side.
Yeah, maybe not. I guess it's 3 others, but yeah,
3.
they're
Okay. Do you let's see, Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, I talked to E.H. Bradley.
Yeah.
And he was telling me that, I don't remember if it was on the stream or off, but he's got a goal where he wants to have 10 books published by the time he's 50.
Oh,
Do
wow.
you have any goal like that?
No.
No.
Only because it's too much pressure, and I enjoy spending time with my family so much. Like when I'm, I'm on Twitter a lot, but like, as soon as it's like dinner time, whatever, I'm just off. I'm spending time with my family. We're hanging out. The weekends, family time is so important to me. So, and I'm not saying that it's not to him, but everyone's different, right? Some people have that goals. I think that's amazing. For me, that would be too much pressure. But I did have a goal. So my one goal, which I have met, was I wanted to release 1 book a year the first 3 years.
Okay.
So that was my goal. So I did meet that.
No.
And now I'm thinking about doing a book of short stories, maybe a Clatter Man prequel, maybe like a Death Cult spinoff. So there's all these like thoughts that are going on in my head, and there's only so much time in the day. And so I love being an author, but it's I think it would just stress me out personally. It would stress me out too much to I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah, everybody's got different goals. So I mean, you've already accomplished the first one. You wanted 3 in 3 years. So now you just change to something else and keep pushing.
Yeah, exactly.
Molly said Clatter Man was absolute fire.
Oh, thank you so much, Molly.
And then Ron's, you should consider submitting those stories.
I just might. Yeah, I have so many great story ideas. So I told my husband about a short story idea the other day, and he was just like, ugh. He's like, it's so gross. I'm like, I know, right? I love it. It's such a great story. I can't wait to write it.
Yeah. I thought it was hilarious. Whenever I think I went, the day of or the next day, I went back when you were on Chris's channel, Triple B's.
Yeah.
And he introduced you as the nicest, probably the nicest person ever on X, but writes the most gruesome books you've ever read. It's like, oh, this is going to be interesting.
It's so funny, right? And I feel like, with the horror community is so great because we're all like very nice people for the most part. Like the horror community is like super nice people. Yeah. But we love watching this. Like I need to watch a movie where my nerves are just shot. Like I need to where I'm like, holy crap, what did I just watch? And then it's just like, it's almost like I've read about it. It's almost when you watch horror movies, you kind of like, you get dopamine, like you get the adrenaline, you get all these so many things happen when you're watching a horror movie. So when you're done with it, you're almost like, oh, okay, I made it. Let me go cook dinner, do whatever I have to do for the rest of the day.
Yes. I will say, far as you were talking about the novellas, for me, who mainly as of right now reads mostly fantasy, it is so nice to read shorter books. I get so tired of having to read 600 and 700 and 1,000 page books. They get old. quick. Don't get me wrong, a lot of them are
Yeah,
good,
no, I
but
hear you. I'm a slow reader too. I completely understand. I'm reading The Troop now by Nick Cutter, which is a phenomenal
oh, I
book.
heard it is brutal.
I'm telling you, there's scenes that are so disgusting.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It's so, and it's not even gore. It's not
Yeah.
gore. It's so absolutely disgusting the way he describes them. I'm so grossed out by this book, but he's such a phenomenal writer. It's
Yeah.
just there's a scene I read a week ago that's still in my mind. I told my friend about it today. She's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Right, it's so gross." Um, but I'm a slow reader, so I'm only halfway through this book, and I've been reading it for kind of a long time.
I'll
So,
tell you something crazy about the troop. Then the only reason I even know about this book has nothing to do with booktube is the craziest thing.
oh,
I
really?
was listening to a video game podcast
Okay.
two two or 3 years ago, and
Yeah.
one of the guys on there mentioned it and about how disgusting it was. He's like, "This book is just incredible and absolutely sick at the same time."
It's so gross. The way he describes things
Yeah,
makes my stomach turn. And again, it's not even gore. It's not even gore. It's
yeah,
just so absolutely disgusting. And he describes it so well. And
yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, it's so gross. I've never read anything this gross. And I mean, I've read Hellbound Heart, and Hellbound Heart's incredible, but it's not, I mean, this is like really, because it's just so descriptive. God.
Some
But
people got away with words, I guess.
yeah, and I was talking to Dave Buzan, who wrote In the Lair of Legends, which is an incredible book, by the way. It's phenomenal. And he said that Nick Cutter is one of his favorite authors, and he said The Queen by Nick Cutter is another good book
Okay.
by him. But he's got a lot of them out there.
Huh.
I'm gonna take a break between reading this next one and maybe read like I don't know, maybe I don't know what I'm gonna read, but well, no, I'm actually gonna read oh gosh, it's by Sean. Oh gosh, his book.
Oh, the hot dogs of hell, that one, or
No, it's not Sinner's Pass. Oh gosh, it's his other one.
oh
Which I'm
gosh,
gonna read next.
it's the one. Are
Oh,
you talking about the one? One of
Fold to Extinction. Is that
maybe,
Fold?
maybe
Yeah,
that's right. Maybe that's right.
that's
Okay, so we've got.
ah, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, Death Cult was fire. And then I think your rock short story
Aw.
collection.
Rod's an
Yeah.
incredible short story writer, by the way.
Okay.
He's got a
Okay.
really, really great collections.
I'll have to check him out then.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
want to do Death Cult spinoff. So I have so many ideas, and my husband's great too because he's giving me ideas too. Because he's
Oh, nice.
horror too. So
Okay.
yeah.
Let's see. I love the Easter egg in the beginning of the Clatter Man. You
Aw,
worked
thank
it in
you.
fantastically. And then Jacob says, "You said what I was thinking, Reddy. I'm new to reading as a hobby and have gone headfirst into Yes. I am also new to reading, Jacob. I only started reading January of last year, and Molly's book, Dark Bloom, was the first
Incredible.
horror novel I ever read, and it was incredible.
So good.
And which I told her whenever I talked to her, whenever she was on the channel earlier last year, I was like, yours is the only book I've ever read that actually gave me nightmares 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
Like for real. And it ain't even the zombies in it. It's the stuff that Kate, one of her main characters, went through before even the zombie stuff. It is, oh my
Mhm.
gosh,
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah, it's dark. It's very, and again,
Yeah.
Mally's so sweet. She's like the
Oh, I
nicest,
know. Yeah, she's the best.
it's another example of like how
Yeah.
she writes these crazy. It's yeah.
Yeah. It blows my mind on, like, I mean, y'all two, yeah, I know y'all two the most, I guess you would say, out of most people
Mhm.
on X, as far as females.
Yeah.
And yeah, y'all two are so nice, and y'all write some of the craziest books. I swear. Oh. All right. So where are we at? You had said that you're more of a pantser or
Mhm.
plotter, I mean.
More of a pantser. Yeah.
Pantser. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So do you on all of your books, if you do, maybe you can pick one out of each of you, say, what would you say is your favorite character in your book that you've wrote? Or either of all three of them.
Okay. Well, okay. So in Ghost Room, I actually really love Max. Max is based off of one of my childhood friends.
Good
Um,
choice.
I really love Max because my friends and I were always joking. I love Jess. Jess is based off of me a lot. Jess is
Okay.
like pretty much me. um, and which I should love Jess. I mean, I love Jess. I really
Yeah.
do. But I guess in the play between her and Max, they're playful banter and stuff.
Yeah.
Death Cult. I really love Eddie in Death Cult. I say that like in a forlorn way because Eddie. I mean, everyone goes through their own personal hell in Death Cult, and Eddie has his own personal hell. Clatter Man. There's five characters. There's Abby, Ben, Jamie, Val, and Dustin, and then of course there's the Clatter Man. I guess Abby and Dustin are my two favorites. Yeah, in Clatter Man.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. We got more stuff here. Jacob says Dark Bloom is on my short TBR. Just read The Whisper That Replaced Gods 1 and 2 on Molly's recommendations.
Oh, those are so good. I've read the first one.
I've read the first one too. Lord Mute is one of the best characters I've ever read.
So great.
So good. So good. Timothy's the best.
The comedy was actually my favorite part, because it was kind of really dark stuff. So it wasn't too dark for me, but yeah, it was really funny.
Just his, I don't even know how to say it. He's like so oblivious to everything.
Yeah.
It's his world and everyone's living in it. That's basically it. So Leslie, you can hear the Midwestern accent from the mom in Ghost Room.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yep.
So, yeah, 'cause I'm from Ohio, so and it takes place in the Midwest, Ghost Room.
Yep. So do you happen to have a favorite line in any of your books that you wrote? Anything that's just like, I am just a genius. I wrote this.
Oh man. I mean, I have a lot of I guess I have my books here just in case you were to ask this question. So let's see. I do have where is this? Okay. Oh wait, it's not in that chapter. It's in this chapter.
I'm just shocked that you actually remember where the stuff's at.
Yeah, no, I really now I'm like, I really wish I could find, oh my gosh. Okay, so it's in Death Cult when someone's screaming and there's there's chanting and stuff going on. The jagged edges of their chaotic invocation pierce through her very brain and she cringed under their wrath. It's kind of a fun.
Nice.
Kind of a fun. I mean, there's lots of fun parts I like. But that was fun to write.
Is that hard to do? I mean, in your opinion, like just writing a story? To me, the dialogue part would be the hardest part of writing a story in general. Just like having like a normal conversation back and forth with people. Is that difficult?
That's the easiest for me, honestly. I love. Really? That's my favorite part. And I mean, a lot of readers, which I love this, a lot of readers tell me my dialogue reads so realistically and it really brings the characters to life.
Well, it does in Dark or Ghost Room for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, on what I've read of it, it's just like you're back in that time period and just them talking, the friends, the three girls talking back, and the way that she treats her brother is just, I mean, it's so good. I mean, it is. It's great.
Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoy getting into my characters, and Clatter Man it wasn't a challenge, but it was the most characters I've written that play off of each other. It was 5 characters, and they go on this road trip, and so they're all talking, and they all have their own little personalities. I've heard a lot of men have told me that they were impressed how well I wrote Jason and Eddie in Death Cult.
Okay.
Because I have 2 older brothers. I'm the only girl.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay.
And I was a tomboy. I was all, most of my friends were usually boys. I had a few friends who were girls. So, I just, writing them was just so easy for me because I'm like, okay, as my brothers or my friends would have said, So yeah, it's kind of a cool thing.
Rod, the doll in Ghost Room is a character on
Aw.
Longer. Yes, I told her earlier that meeting the doll for the first time gave me chills because that is so creepy.
I
Dolls in general.
funny. I have a nod to dolls and the Clatter Man too. I'm the same as you. Dolls terrify me. When I was, I grew up in the 80s. There's this horror movie called Dolls. I used to watch with my friends, and it's just. I remember going to one of my friends' houses too. We had to babysit her grandma's cats, and it was a stormy night, and her grandma, I mean, no joke, this is like real life horror movie. We had gone into the house. Her grandma had this big stairway that went upstairs, and all these dolls were lining the stairway, and it was thundering outside. I kid you not.
Was it the white porcelain dolls?
Yes.
Oh, those are the worst.
Horrifying. I'm like, Kelly, why do we have to be here right now? But yeah, dolls have always just they're fun to write because they are creepy.
Yes. The porcelain dolls get me the most. Because they just look like they just got a look about them that's like, this is so weird. And then a lot of people collect them. I think it was my wife's great grandmother used to collect some. I think I'm right about that. And they were, give me chills just thinking about them. That's
They're so creepy. They look like they're following you with their eyes. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like wherever you are, they're following.
Oh yeah. Like anywhere you are at, you look and it's like they still look at you out of the corner of their eyes, or it's like, I got to get out of here. It's time to go.
It's like the Puppet Master movies. Remember those movies?
Yes, I remember those. Crazy.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Rob wanted to know, was it hard or weird for you to write the sex in the Clatter Man?
No, it wasn't. I actually enjoyed writing it.
Yeah.
I've never read anything like spicy. There is a pretty spicy scene in the Clatter Man. But you know why I did a lot? I just went back to horror movies. Like people have sex in horror movies, and you shouldn't have sex in a horror movie because you know what happens.
Well, yeah, if you're in Jason, you're dead, guaranteed.
Right? Yeah. So, but no, I actually enjoyed writing it. It was fun to write.
Yeah.
But my husband was like, "You wrote this? Oh my god!"
Yeah. I haven't read it yet, but I can just see, if my wife wrote something, to be like, "Well, where'd you get this idea from?"
Oh, hey, Mark.
What's going on, Mark? Oh
yeah,
Lord,
pretty descriptive. So
we see me and Chris and Molly and Timothy all read ACOTAR. Have you read it?
Wait, what?
ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses?
No, I haven't read that one.
Okay. Well, we did that in February, and we're supposed to, at some point, I think, unless something's changed, I think we're all supposed to get on for a live or something. But he recorded our stuff each week,
okay,
and it's got some scenes in it.
Oh,
it's
really?
the weirdest. I tell you, that book is the best. I think I gave it 4.5 stars book I've ever read. It's so crazy.
Oh my god.
I never thought, half of us were like, there's no way this is going to be good. Like, there's no way we're going to enjoy it. And it's way better than you think.
Oh wow, I've heard about it. I mean, I've seen it everywhere.
Oh yeah. It's like one of the most popular romanticities that there is. So
yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Mark said the Clatter Man is so good.
I'm so glad you're enjoying it.
As expected, we're having a ball here. Yes, we are.
Good talks.
Yep. How metal is your writing playlist? Do you listen to music while you write?
I do, but unfortunately, I don't. I'm gonna let you know. I don't listen to metal. My husband's big. He doesn't listen to metal as much, but he used to listen to a lot before. It's funny. I listen to a lot of chill wave music.
A lot of what?
Like chill wave, like chill beats.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, tell me this then, because I know some people metal. On your say the chill wave stuff, does it have lyrics in it, or is it just instrumental, just music playing?
I can't do lyrics. I used to be able to do lyrics, but I can't now because they get in the way of
exactly. That was what I was fixing to say. I said, there's no way I could listen to music and think and concentrate on what I'm trying to write. I could not do that.
Yeah, some people do. Some people listen, it's but yeah, for me personally, it's just, yeah, I would just get in the way.
Yeah. Let's see. Hubby wants to role play the scene. I'm very interested. I will be reading this book in like 2 days.
It's funny because people were shocked at that scene. I just want to do it. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. Um,
Oh,
just throw this in there.
lo-fi and like trip hop.
I've never heard of. I listened to this one called. It's funny. They're called Calm Trues, but that's the one I listen to a lot. Sometimes Amos Lee. I do like Amos Lee, although he has lyrics. But I'm a big Amos Lee fan. Sometimes I'll throw on some of his stuff. But yeah.
I don't listen to. Let's see, a lot more country and different stuff like that. It's more what I used to. Whenever I was younger, it was nothing but like rap and R&B and
Really.
Yeah, back in the day, I had like subs and stuff in my trucks, and
I
all
did
that. So
too. I had the
jamming.
tweeters.
Yeah, I had them all. I sure did. See, whenever in West Tennessee, the biggest band in the world to us was in Memphis, 3-6 Mafia.
Oh, no
They
way.
were. Oh yeah, it was
that's
so
cool.
good. Yeah.
See,
yeah,
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, so we had Bone Thugs. We had Bone Thugs, and then Tupac and Biggie. I was big into them. Outkast.
Oh yes, Andre 3000.
Oh God! Oh, amazing! Like I was really big at in high school. That's pretty much all I listened to in high school. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, same for me. I would say that's probably 90% of what I listened to was it, and a lot of that. I mean, for one, it had good beats and stuff, but there wasn't a lot of crazy stuff like now. How they like different styles and all. I'm sure there was, but most everything wasn't just wild. So right on. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Awesome.
So, all right. So I guess I know me and you had mentioned it, but do you think you might have an audiobook for any of these three? Or mainly, I guess, the Clatter Man that's fixing to come out.
So I do have an audiobook for Death Cult.
Okay.
Clatter Man, I'm gonna see how Death Cult does a little more. The audiobook, I haven't got a ton of sales, although it is only because you can do exclusive or wide on ACX. I did exclusive with ACX, so it's only on Audible.
Okay.
I don't have Spotify. I know audiobooks are big on Spotify, so after I think it's 90 days, you can do a wide release of your audiobook. So I'll do that with Death Cult and see how it does. And then I'm gonna consider the Clatter Man audiobook. It's tricky though because I want to start writing my next story right away. So I'm going to consider it. I'm going to see how Death Cult does, the next few months, and then go from there.
Okay. All right. So, which I guess you kind of alluded to, are you working on any other projects right now?
So the short stories, I've only wrote a little bit of them, but it's tricky, right? Because the Clatter Man, I love his character so much. So I want to do like a prequel or a sequel. Death Call, I definitely want to do. I actually have a short story idea for Death Call, which is really killer. It's just absolute chaos. And I want to include it in like a short story collection.
Yeah.
So I have that. So it's kind of cool, right? So now I have Ghost Room, Death Call, and Clatter Man. And now I have these stories I can expand off of. I don't even have to write anything. I mean, obviously the short stories will be new ideas, but as far as novellas, I can just expand on these characters and, I've created. So yeah, the short stories will definitely be, I'm playing with that in Clatter Man. So
do you ever go into like your books thinking like as you're writing them, like, oh, I could do like a prequel or a sequel to it? Or are they?
I don't. That's the funny thing. Death Cult's done so well. I've been so happy and so blown away, and just I appreciate everyone who's read it. It just really, really is so. It's just the most amazing feeling that people love it, because I just wanted to provide this like crazy story just to shock the nerves and have some fun. And now that people love it so much, that I definitely want to do more of that. But when I was writing it, I thought, maybe this will be it. I'm not sure. With Clatter Man, after writing it, I do want to write more of his character. And Death Call, I want to, I have a lot of different ideas for that one. A lot of fun ideas.
Yeah.
And that's the great part about it, right? Because I'm excited about it. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, how about we do a little some Q&A on some more about you, I guess.
Okay.
So, what is your favorite food?
Sushi.
Oh, good choice. My son would absolutely agree 100%.
Oh, my son loves sushi too.
Really?
Yeah.
His favorite roll is a cucumber roll. He absolutely loves
Aw.
cucumber rolls.
Oh,
So,
those are the best. I love cucumber rolls too. Yeah,
yeah, him
cucumber.
and my wife, that's about all they get whenever they go.
Yeah.
I get a bunch of other stuff. I love sushi as well.
Yeah.
So, good choice. Good choice. Oh, let's see here. Rod said, wonder if it would be Netflix or HBO who will do the film.
Aw. Right. Oh
Oh,
God, I hope so. I've had so many people want Death Call to be turned into a film,
yes,
which
that's
is
awesome.
so amazing.
Did you see who is it? Is it one of them or is it no, it's Hulu
Mhm.
that just released the trailer for the Predator anime?
Oh, someone I think
John Douglas, I seen posted that today.
yeah, I
He
haven't
did
watched
it.
it, but I saw the post.
Oh, it looks so good.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I was
When did I see
shocked that
that?
I was like, there's no way this is gonna be good. It's good.
That's so
So
cool.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
I'm
man.
super hyped for that. And it comes out soon too. Like I
Oh,
think in
really?
like the next month or two. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
quick.
Have you
So
seen Prey, by the way? The movie
no,
Prey?
I think I've watched every other Predator movie, but I've not seen Prey. I've seen
It's
every
terrible.
Alien movie as well.
Okay.
So
Yeah, Prey's really, really good.
okay, I'd heard it was a
Yeah.
little different spin on it too.
Yeah.
Going not way back. I guess it went back in time, sort of.
Mhm.
So I thought that's pretty cool. You
Yeah,
got to
it's
come up with something. They can only go so far into the future.
yeah, exactly.
Tell the same story over and over, which I don't know. It's hard to beat the first Predator. God, it's so
Oh
good,
my god, it's
man.
so amazing. The spine is so good.
Yes,
Like, when he
yes,
rips out that spine, as a kid,
yes.
I thought it was the coolest thing ever, like, oh my
That yeah, I would say Predator 1 and Aliens 2 or Aliens, however you want to say it.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
I didn't care for the first Alien movie. It was okay, but the second one when she fights the queen and she's in that mech, I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's the greatest."
so good, so good.
Yes. Oh, let's see. Mark said after reading Ghost Room and currently reading The Clatter Man, definitely brings me back to
Ah,
watching. Yep.
I love that so much because that's what I love that because that's what I want people to feel. I was actually had lunch with my friends the other day. My friend said something along those lines as well. I like to write, I love nostalgia and I want to write just simple, fun, scary, enjoyable stuff. Like that's all I want to do. And I want to take you back to those more simpler times, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so I love that. Yeah, and those were the I mean, gosh, when you think about like blockbuster nights, I mean,
Oh yeah.
we peaked.
Yep. That's
Um,
right. That go get you some pizza on the way home and you are set.
it was the best. I
Yep.
miss that so much.
Molly. I call it cozy horror. It's the best.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yep. All right. So what would you say is your favorite restaurant?
Oh gosh. Well, there's a restaurant called Toast that we go to a lot.
Okay.
Yeah,
Toast.
a local restaurant that I like a lot.
Okay.
And yeah, aside from that, I can't yeah, I don't not really into like the big chains as much.
Yeah.
Um,
They
so
I agree with that. There's only a few chains that we absolutely love up here, but we'd much rather go to like I'd say like more mom and pop stuff. They just
yeah.
seem to care more. It's not just the same thing all the time.
Oh yeah, and
So
no, you're right. And I lived in New York City for it was 6 years, and I remember the best restaurants were the hole in the wall.
yep.
Didn't even like notice it when you're walking by. You go in and this is incredible food.
Yeah.
And Times
Oh,
Square has all the big chains, which I mean they're fine, but
oh, I
eh.
got a crazy story about Times Square.
What?
So I used to work for AutoZone.
Okay.
I worked at a distribution center in West Tennessee, and we went up to Pennsylvania. They had just opened up a new distribution center there, so we went up there to work and help them out on there. And there's me and like I think there was 10 of us that went up there.
Mhm.
Stayed for 2 weeks. We got 1 day off. So we decided we're going to drive into New York City, go to Times Square, check it out. It's middle of the week and it's still, you know how it is. It's busy all the time.
Yeah.
This was 10, at least 10 years ago.
Okay.
So we go in, we're walking around and everything, and we're hungry. It's lunch. Well, there's the McDonald's there in Times Square. And you walk in, and I hear this piano playing. I'm like, what the heck is this? Piano music at McDonald's. And I look up, and there's a woman on the second story above the windows playing a piano.
What?
Yes. In McDonald's.
That's so random.
Oh, I know. So we walk up to the counter, and I order my food. I ordered a Happy Meal, and it was $12.
Yeah, I believe it.
10 years ago. Like, what in the world? So we go, it was a 2-story. So we go up, eat whatever, and come down and we walk and and we're seeing the big bull on Times Square. What's it called? Where they ring the bell and stuff.
Oh gosh, yeah, I can't. No,
anyways,
yeah.
So we go to Tiffany and Company. We see it and we're like, hey, let's check this out.
Yeah.
And walk in there. They've got security. You walk in the door, they open the door for you, and there's like 10 of us that are going in. So it feels kind of weird. And we're looking around and we're like, what's the cheapest thing they have in here? The cheapest thing we found was a money clip, and it was $300. So we're like, we need to get something out of here. So they reluctantly gave us a bag. And we left.
That's funny. Reluctantly, right? Like,
it's like, this is probably like a $15, plastic bag is what they charge us for it. But they were probably more like, just get out of here. You ain't buying nothing. So you look like a bunch of peasants around here.
Oh my gosh, yes. But yeah, it's I know. I mean, it's it's the fashion capital, one of the one of the capitals, I guess you could say.
It's really cool. I mean, I will say it's a really cool place. Like, I've been there a couple of times. My family, my mom's side of the family used to live up in Rochester, New York.
Oh, nice.
So they were huge Buffalo Bills fans and stuff. And this was when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
So we'd go up there probably once a year, once every other year, and hang with them for a bit. But that was a long time ago. So, all right, we'll move along. I already know this answer, but are you a gamer?
So, yeah. So I'm a gamer. I'm not a huge gamer, but I am a gamer. My husband, though, when we met, he was like, if you don't like video games, it's not going to work, because he loves video games. I'm like, listen, video games are a lot better than like anything else you could be doing.
I should have told that to my wife. It's just not going to work out between us.
No, yeah. I'm my family's a gamer family. My son, who he's 13. He has played and beat Elden Ring 4 times, which is absolutely insane.
My gosh,
insane. He beat the DLC in like a week.
No,
it's insane. I wanted to, he's like, Mom, you gotta play Elden Ring. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, the graphics are gorgeous. I love the graphics, they're beautiful. I'm like, fine, I'll try, and I got maybe like, I died like every like minute or something, every minute or 2 minutes, he even got me this really big sword. He's like, Mom, it's supposed to be too good with the sword, and I didn't do good. And he eventually gave up on me. He's like, you can't do it, Yeah. I'm a big Zelda fan, so Breath of the Wild is my favorite game ever. Oh my god, it's Oh my god, I have a lot of the amiibos. I think we have like 6 or 7 amiibos.
Oh, I've got 3. I've got this one, and then I've got a Twilight Princess one, and then Majora's Mask one as well.
Yeah, those are all really good ones.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if there's any game that I could play again, just over again, to experience it again for the first time would be Breath of the Wild. It's gorgeous. Tears of the Kingdom I loved as well, but not as much as Breath of the Wild.
I'm the same way. Same way. Yeah. It's just not. There's too much stuff you can do in it, Neil. And I know that sounds weird, but like, I just don't care about making a bunch of stuff. That's just not how I like to play.
No,
That's
it's
why
so
my son is fantastic at Fortnite. He can
yeah,
build, and I can't build for nothing. So give me the no build levels, and I can do that.
yeah, no, oh no, absolutely.
No.
I was the same way. Like they're like, and it's funny because Nintendo was like, oh, you can build all these things and Tears of the Kingdom, and it's fine, some of the things, but do you really need all of them? Not
Yeah.
really. You need maybe like 2 or 3 of them, really.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the whole Zonite thing. I was like, I don't like all this
Yeah.
technology stuff. I don't like all that.
Yeah.
And the horses were not as good as in
Yeah.
because in Breath of the Wild you get the teleporting horse. You don't get that in the kingdom. I wanted my teleporting horse.
Yep. Leslie's want to know what's the name of your press. It's like Emerald Link.
Yeah, Emerald Link Press. Yeah.
So, say Rod said I enjoyed Atari 2600. Been too busy since then. I'm not old. Hey, I played Atari 2600. I ain't gonna lie, it was good. If there was one game I could go back and play, it would be Ocarina of Time. Like that's the first Zelda game that I beat, and it blew my mind whenever I was a kid.
That's a good one.
Unreal how good that game was.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm assuming is that Switch cartridges in the back behind you there?
Oh yeah, my husband collects games.
Yes.
So, yep. Yes. So there's a lot of games.
Yeah.
He loves Resident Evil 4. I mean, I don't know. He plays so many games. I'm trying to think of like his favorite game, but he loves Metroidvanias.
Oh, I bet he's real hyped about 4 that's about to come out.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Metro Prime 4. Yeah. What y'all think about the Switch 2 stuff? Like they like it?
Yeah. Oh, but the new one coming out, or yeah, we're excited about that. Although with all the tariffs, like I'm like, how much is it going to cost? I don't know.
Exactly. I showed my son it. I had him watch it because he had money saved up, and it's like, okay, he's like, when it comes out, we'll buy it if you want it. And he watched it, and he's like, I just don't want to pay that much money for games. And I was like, well, hey, it's up to you. I mean, I don't want to pay $80 for Mario Kart. I ain't gonna lie. Like that's kind of crazy in my opinion, but
yeah.
And apparently it sounds like they're going to go into this tiered like marketing thing to where like one game might be 80, the next one might be 40, the next one might be 70. Like I don't like that idea.
No, I want them all to be even keel. You know what you're gonna get.
I agree.
Yeah.
So which one did you say was your favorite game ever?
Breath of the Wild is my absolute.
Is your own?
I love that game. Although the first God of War, I beat God of War and God of War 2. God of War, I just love that game so much. I love. I played it again. We lived in Brooklyn when I played it, and I wasn't really a big gamer before that. And my husband's like, "Just try it out. You'll like it."
Yeah.
And I thought Kratos was so cool. Kratos was such a cool player. So it was so fun to play him. And I love. I never played a game before where they had I don't know what you call it, but in combat mode you just press A, or not A, but like X O.
Oh, the quick time events.
Yeah, those were super fun.
Yeah.
That one I loved. I loved God of War 2. I tried God of War. Is God of War 3 the one where he has his son with him? I don't know if it's 3.
Oh no. That's God of War 3 is the one where he actually. I think it's the one where he kills Zeus, ain't it?
I played that one then. I beat that one too.
Okay, yeah. Okay. The first 3 are more like kind of like beat 'em up games.
Yeah.
Button mashers basically.
Yeah.
And the one with his son is just they redid God of War and then God of War Ragnarok. That's the last 2 that have come out.
Okay. Those are the 2 ones I have. I actually like the button smashers. I like the kind of like I like.
See, I do too. I'm the same way. Now I like the first one. I didn't play Ragnarok. It just I don't know. I was kind of done with that whole thing with I don't know. The first 3 were my favorite without question.
Me too. I tried the 4th one with his son, but I just couldn't get into it. I know it's supposed to be an amazing game, and I'm sure it is, but
it's really good, but it just wasn't for me neither.
Yeah,
I agree. I play now. I just don't have the time, so I play a lot more of like probably sports games. That's more because I don't have to. I can play for 30 minutes or an hour, and then no big deal. I don't like playing like 30 and 40 hour big giant games because I'll never beat them. I just don't have the time.
No, I'm the same way. I honestly love Tetris Effect. That's one of my favorite
Oh,
games.
that's cool. Yeah.
Oh, have you played it?
I have.
Oh, I beat it like a few times. I love
Nice.
the last level. It's so intense.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
level. I remember we had our friends over and we were like drinking some wine. I was playing the last level and I had like 2 glasses of wine. I was like, oh my God, how much is this?
Did you ever play Rock Band or anything like that?
No, I couldn't get into those.
Oh man, that
That was,
Guitar Hero, man,
yeah,
those are fun.
I'm sure they're good. I
I've
never.
watched. Have you ever watched anybody on like YouTube play it that are like super expert levels and
Oh
all
yeah,
that?
it's incredible.
It is unreal.
I don't know how they do it. It's
I
crazy.
don't either. So, all right, do you like any sports?
No, I
No,
come from Ohio, a big sports family. I'm the only one out of my whole. I mean, my parents, have passed on, but they were really into sports, and my 2 brothers are into sports. I could care less. I mean, we did have LeBron James. He was in the Cavs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We had moved away from Ohio when he joined, so that was kind of bummer we weren't there. But yeah, I don't know. I just never really got. Yeah, I never really got into sports that much.
Yeah. Yeah, he was probably my favorite basketball player for a long time, and then
Mhm.
now he's just so big, and he's
Yeah.
having a lot of problems with like not. He's mad, I guess, because he's not considered by some people the greatest of all time. And
Really?
I don't. Yeah, yeah, like him
Yeah,
and like
because
Stephen
Jordan,
A.
like,
Yeah, he's like the second. If he ain't the greatest, he's the second greatest basketball player ever.
but
That's
he's
pretty good.
incredible. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you played 21 or 20. He's the same age as me. Like my birthday's October, his is December.
Wow.
So I'll be 41 and he will too.
Yeah.
So
Wow. And yeah, I mean, he's accomplished. I mean, yeah, I mean, everything he's accomplished, but I agree with you. I feel like, I mean, I don't know that much about sports, but I feel like he's definitely one of the greatest for sure.
yeah. Oh, Rod says Death Cult could be made into a video game.
Oh,
If it
that'd be
hit.
fun. Speaking of, there's this movie called Turbo Kid. Have you seen Turbo Kid?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's so
Hmm.
great. It's like
Okay.
an apocalyptic horror. It's not really
Okay.
horror, it's more apocalyptic. Such a great game. And they made a video game based on Turbo Kid. It
Okay.
has a really cool soundtrack. Lamatos, I think, is the artist. It's like
Okay.
a techno. I don't know. It's a really cool soundtrack. But yeah, Death Cult would be a really cool
That'd be
video.
pretty sweet. So if you didn't like these sports, I'm assuming you didn't play any whenever you were younger.
No, yeah, I
Okay.
didn't. Yeah, I would watch, friends, play some sports
Yeah.
games. I guess I mean, this isn't really sports per se, but we had the Wii Sports. We did bowling and tennis,
Hey,
stuff like that.
when me and my wife were dating, that's what me and her younger sister played together all the time was Wii
Yeah.
Sports. Wii Sports bowling. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
it was the best. I love Wii
The
Sports.
best. Yes.
You get so competitive too.
Heck yeah. And it's nearly impossible to bowl a strike. You can't get a perfect game in that. I mean, it's crazy.
And when you do, you get big bragging rights. 'Cause
Oh
it is,
yeah.
it's
Yep.
really hard to get it straight.
So if you were not an author, what would you say your dream job would be
Oh
if you
gosh.
didn't write at all?
I always want to be a veterinarian.
Okay.
I love animals, I always thought that I wanted to go to school to be a veterinarian, and then it just didn't. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's lots lots of math and lots of, but that was, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess that, or yeah, I mean, anything with animals really, I guess.
Yeah. But who is it? Trying to write this. Okay, it's my wife's cousin's husband.
Mm-hmm.
His sister is a veterinarian.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and by what I understand, she loves her job a lot. She's the same way, just loves animals.
Yeah.
So I think I'm right about that. I think it's her.
Yeah.
No.
Animals just have, we have 2 cats, and it's incredible how they show their feelings with their body language and their eyes. And when you're sad, cat or dog, like they come out. I mean, our cats they're a lot like dogs. So, they'll come up and they'll cuddle up on your lap and they'll purr.
Yeah. We have an outside dog that's a half German Shepherd, half Lab. We have an inside dog that is a Maltese, and then we have a black cat, and its name's Batman.
Oh
So,
my God, that's so cute.
and he's almost like a dog because he eats our inside dog's dog food, and follows my daughter around like it's her shadow. Like she can literally just like stand still and like tap her chest and be like, "Come on, Batman," and he'll stretch up and raise up and he'll hold her, and she can hold him like a baby, like upside down and everything. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's adorable.
Yeah. But what's so funny is like he'll follow her around everywhere, but when it's time to go to bed, he goes and sleeps with my son. He
Oh,
won't sleep
really?
with her. Yeah.
That's
Won't
like,
sleep with her.
that's funny. Oh my gosh, they do have their own,
Yep.
own people.
The Clatter Man should do a cameo on
Oh
Deathstroke
yeah, that
3.
is a cool idea.
Okay.
I like that. I love the Clatter Man's backstory. Like it was so fun to write. It's such a fun, and in the afterward, I wrote some stuff. Like there was one thing I included in the backstory, which I didn't realize actually connected with my personal life, until after I wrote it. I was like, oh wow, that actually it's pretty cool how when you're writing, there's these subconscious things that come out in your story and you don't realize how that plays into it until you're done with it.
Yeah. Oh, Rod said he'd like to be a singer.
You'd be a great singer.
I said, my voice is that of the big white bird in Little Mermaid.
But he can do the whole like showmanship, and he could do the,
is that like you be using a what is that, a dingle hopper? Is that what that is? That spork?
Oh yeah.
So I'll be happy as a writer, editor, publisher.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So who is your favorite author, or do you, if you have multiples, who's your absolute favorite?
Probably King, I would say, my favorite. I mean, he's also The Life of Chuck is one of my absolute favorite novellas of his, and I forgot the name of that. How was it, like You Like It Darker or something like that? I forgot the name of the book that it's in. That's going to be made into a movie, and it's an incredible story.
Oh,
it's so good. It's very bittersweet. But yeah, I like him because he can do. I've definitely read more of his horror stuff, and I do enjoy his earlier works better than his later ones. I think those are like some of his best works. But I'm telling you, Nick Cutter, I know I've just read him, and he's like, he's getting up there. I mean, he's really good too. But King's definitely my favorite.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, if you could put yourself in any story, which one would it be? Out of anything, it ain't got to be your books, because I'd be terrified if I was in your books.
Oh, in one of my books, or
no, anything, any story. Which one would you like to be in?
Oh gosh, right off the top of my head, a never-ending story just popped in my head.
Oh my!
I want to write Valcor. I want to write Valcor. Like I would love that. I want him as a pet and just to hang out and like go on adventures together.
I don't remember. I don't think I cried, but I think I was really dang close when what's his name? I can't think of the character's name, but when his horse dies.
Oh God.
Absolutely brutal.
I bawled my eyes out. Oh my God. And it's funny because no, that scene just broke me. I mean, I just even now, I think I watched it like a few years ago, and it's still so sad.
No.
Same with have you watched The Iron Giant? Have you seen that movie?
I have, yes.
I cry. My son and I watch that, we watch it once a year, and every time we watch it, I just bawl my eyes out.
I cried. The only movie that I know I absolutely cried in was The Lion King.
Oh,
whenever Mufasa dies, the worst. Gets me every time.
That's so sad. I know. Oh,
absolutely brutal. And dang Scar, I tell you what, it's the worst.
Aw.
Rod's favorites: Mary Shelley, Sheila Jackson, King, Leslie Kurt, Janelle.
Yeah, Leslie Kurt. Yeah, he writes somebody. I haven't read his stuff, but he writes like really, really hardcore stuff. But people love it.
Cool. So yeah, Mary Shelley is Frankenstein, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Shirley Jackson. What is?
Oh, wait. She was it not House on Haunted Hill? What did she write? I read one of her books recently. Oh, I can't remember the name of it.
That's all right. All right. So I got 3 questions left. So These are more, I guess, for me.
Okay.
So I guess technically, what are you reading right now?
So The Troop. Yeah, The Troop, Nick Cutter.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
so I'm halfway through that.
Do you are you a just a one book at a time, or do you like to do multiples? Or
Usually just one book.
okay,
Yeah, sometimes I'll do two books. If I do two books though, I'll do a novella and a novel because I
okay.
can't do a novel at the same time. It's.
I learned the hard way not to read two books at a time.
Yeah.
It ruined me, and I want to think it was like February. So I can do a book and a audio book. Like that's fine with me because
Yeah.
I drive, so I can listen to audiobooks all the time.
Hmm.
But yeah, two books at the same time, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like once I get like so many pages along, and then I have to start back over on this one and try it, and I can't.
It's too much. I know a lot of people do a morning read and a night read, and I
Okay.
try that, and sometimes I'll do that, but then at night, like, oh my gosh, I know we're going off topic here. My husband and I are watching The Righteous Gemstones right now.
Okay.
It is so, it's always so good, but this season is so good. And so at night, sometimes I'll read, but now we're like watching Righteous Gemstones at night. So
Okay. I have not seen that yet, but I heard it's great.
and you have to watch. So Danny McBride, he's not the
Okay. Danny McBride, stop right there. I just started Eastbound and Down
oh my
today.
god, he's not
Holy crap, it's so good.
it's so funny. Like I have to pause it. I laugh so hard. I have to pause it because I just can't.
Yeah.
I need a break.
I've watched
So
I
good.
think I've watched a season and a half so far.
Yeah.
And have you watched all of it, all four
Yeah.
seasons? Okay.
It was a long
I'm at
time
the
ago, but God, it's so good.
I'm at the part where he comes back from Mexico and finds out that the love of his life that he left on the side of the road is pregnant.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yes. There's no way that you could make that series today.
No. Oh, there's no way.
No way.
There's no way. I was going to say that because when we watched it, it was a long time ago. I mean, it's been
Yeah.
out for a long time. There's no way they can make it today.
Oh Lord,
I
no.
agree. I mean,
Like,
man.
I watched a thing on him. He was on Theo Vaughn's podcast. I don't know if you've ever watched any of his stuff,
No.
but I think it came out 3 weeks ago, and they were talking a little about it on how like they made him like he's one of the ones that created that character, and
Yeah.
they wanted him to be like a super aggro, like mega racist, a lot, and he nails it.
He does. I mean, it's
It's
so
something.
inappropriate. It's
Yes.
so funny, but it's so, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
it's something. Like I love like The Office and Parks and Rec. Like those are two of my all-time favorites. And then I started this today and I'm like, holy cow. This would be no question censored. It wouldn't make it past the pilot today.
no, it wouldn't. It really wouldn't.
No way.
And with Righteous Gemstones, like when you start, so Walton Goggins, the
Yes.
actor Walton Goggins.
Yeah.
So he plays this character called Baby Billy, and
Okay.
I can't say it without laughing. And his character is so funny. I seriously cry when I watch him on screen because Baby Billy is just the most ridiculous character ever.
Have you watched Fallout?
Yes, oh, it was so good,
He's so good in it too.
so good.
Man, he's a heck of an actor. I can't
He's-
wait for season 2.
I know. I'm so excited.
Oh.
I played the game. I didn't finish it. But it was fun. My husband played the game and he beat it,
Yeah.
and it's good to try it out. It's fun. I like it. But oh my god, yeah, but Walton Goggins is incredible.
Yeah, I would say it's about universal that everyone thinks that New Vegas is probably the best Fallout game. It's
Yeah.
either 3 or New Vegas. Like that's kind of like a 1A, 1B type situation on it.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And I've never been a big Fallout person. I played a little of all of them,
Mhm.
but I don't know. Nothing's never really stuck with me on that. Same way with like Skyrim and stuff. I don't know. They're just too big and too much open world type deal.
That's how it was with me. It's funny because Breath of the Wild's open world, but it's more manageable.
Yes.
It's more manageable. And
Yeah. Well,
no,
you don't have 1,000 side quests neither. That's another thing in Breath. I mean, you have side quests,
yeah, but
but
it's
it's
not
not
like
like a ridiculous amount.
I know. No, I 100% agree. And also, like, I mean, I know it's like apocalyptic, whatever, but Breath of the Wild was, I don't know, it was just so nice to kind of be in the world. It's so pretty. And
Yeah.
you know?
I'm very curious what that's going to look like on the Switch too. Whenever you can get 120 frames and all that stuff that they're going to be able to do with it,
Aren't they
it'll
going
be
to
nice.
release it like remastered or right?
No, they're just going to do like a visual upgrade to it.
Okay.
Like I don't know, I think it's free if you get the new one, and then you're on their subscription stuff or whatever.
Okay.
But I think it's like it's well, I don't know if it's 120. It's at least going up to 60 FPS. I do know that.
Oh, okay.
So that'll make it a world of difference. I think it's stuck at 30 right now, and you
Yeah.
can tell it lags. Like it could be way better.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So that'll make it nice.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is your favorite book?
Oh, Pet Cemetery for sure.
Okay,
I
so that is the
I
number
love
one.
that book. And I will say, the Mayfair Witches. I really love that book. The first one in the,
Okay.
is it called? Oh, I'm sorry, The Witching Hour. The
Okay.
first one in the Mayfair Witches trilogy. I absolutely love that book so much. I mean, just the imagery, and it's New Orleans. It's so beautiful the way she writes it. So I would say it's a toss up between those two.
Yeah. All right. So, final question I have is, what book would you recommend for me to read?
Oh gosh. Um, have you read Fight Club?
No, I have not, but the
It's
movie's
incredible.
incredible.
I would recommend. I mean, American Psycho, I read that.
I've heard it's something else.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
I think you and Molly may have been talking about
Mally,
that
right?
all
So
day.
it's funny because Mally one day, Mally's like, "Oh, American Psycho is like the book is like so much more graphic than the movie." And Mally and I are very, we're pretty, we have a lot of similarities,
Yeah.
So she knew I'd be like, "Oh, that's awesome," So as soon as she said that, I bought it and I read it. And the funny thing is, it's crazy, but it's again going back to the truth. It's not as disgusting as the truth. Even though it's disgusting, I mean, gosh.
Yeah.
But no, Fight Club's phenomenal. I love that
Yeah.
book. It's really, really good. And the cool thing is when I was reading it, I pictured I couldn't think of any other actors who would have been perfect to play those roles, like Brad Pitt
Yeah.
and Edward Norton, right?
Edward Norton, yeah. I was like, yeah.
I mean, they were to the T. Like they were like the perfect actors to choose to play those roles.
Yeah.
That was really good book.
That's awesome. I would definitely have to pick that. It's a pretty short book too, ain't it? I think I heard it's not that long.
Yeah, I don't remember it being that long.
Yeah. I will say another thing, besides like as far as like horror novels and stuff that I've noticed, there's two things that I enjoy about them more than I do fantasy. One, you actually have normal names. You don't have to like, I'm telling you, that's my biggest complaint out of anything is if I can't say somebody's name, it throws me out of the story and I can't help it. I try to think of just say this word or whatever you think it is. And I can't, it drives me insane on why do you have to make up these stupid, ridiculous names?
And where did that start? Like I don't read fantasy. Like I've read maybe a few fantasy books, but like I wonder, I guess with being a different world, you want to make it so different from reality that you want these crazy. I don't know. I guess that makes sense.
I'm pretty sure Bob or John or Julie can do the same exact thing as all these crazy other names that you're trying to come up with, and half of them they don't even really make words. So, and another one I would say is that horror novels are not as long neither. Like on average, I would say average they're probably 300 or 400 pages long.
Yeah,
where it seems like most fantasy books are 600 to 1,000 average wise.
I don't think I couldn't do that again, and I just it would just be too much. So I do like that about horror books. They're never too long.
Like that one right there. That's Wind and Truth, Brandon Sanderson.
Okay.
You see it?
Yeah.
1,300 pages.
What?
1,330. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Let's see if I can grab it.
That's impressive, though. Again, I feel like I don't think I could never write anything that long. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's aggravating for sure. What I think
Oh
that
my
is.
gosh, that looks even larger than it. Like I wish I have it upstairs, but
Yeah.
gosh, that looks maybe it's the same or maybe
I'm not comparing, but this is definitely Ghost Story.
right.
You know what? I get just as good of a book with everything in it right here in 120
Aw.
something pages, and I do 1,300.
That would take me a year probably to read, honest to God. It would take me because when I sit down and read, like I was reading like last night before going to bed, I read maybe 10 pages, you know. I can't read that much in one sitting. I don't know. 10, 15 pages.
Yeah. If I can read 50 pages a day, I'm doing, which I don't. I can't
Yeah,
even do that every day, but if I get 50 done, I feel like I've done a great job.
50 is
Because
good.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm a super slow reader, like really. And I just, it is what it is.
Yeah, no, I am too. Yeah, yeah, it's just you have so much other things you do in the day, right? So
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like by the time I get to like the hotel,
Mhm.
I have whenever I log off, I have 10 hours until I can start back up there. So it
Yeah.
takes me roughly 20 minutes to drive to the hotel, and then it's 20 minutes to get to my room because I got to check
Mhm.
in and
Yeah.
then talk to my wife, eat dinner.
Mhm.
And then by then I've got like 30 minutes and I need to get some sleep. Otherwise, I'm not going to sleep for like 5 or 6 hours. And then I'm
Yeah.
drive home. And so it's like I might get a page or two read there, but that's about it.
Yeah. That's
So, and then
tough.
I get a little more here, but on the weekends now turned into where I read most of my stuff at. So,
I would say it's the same for me. Like on Saturday and Sunday mornings, my son and my husband are usually playing a video game, and I'm just like sitting on the couch, and we're all hanging out. I'm reading, and they're playing games, and
yeah,
it's like our cozy time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's really all I have. Do you want to plug any of your books or anything before we go?
Gosh. Well, I have them both right here. So Death Call and Ghost Room. Oops. So there they are. And I love this stuff. Oh my god, that cover. I wanted the cover that just slaps. I just want to be like, bam.
I seen where you got there's a couple of hardcovers.
Yeah,
Hardcovers
so
there.
here's the thing. So I've had readers ask for a hardcover for Death Call over the past year. I've had a few requests. I'm like, and I honestly thought that being a novella, it was too small for a hardcover, but
Mhm.
Amazon has these specs where you can just put in the page number, you can put in the dimensions of the book, and I got that. I sent it to my designer. Here, boop. She sent me like 5 minutes. She sent me the PDF, to upload for the hardcover. So when I already got one order, for the hardcover. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a hardcover for the Clatter Man as well.
Okay.
Ghost Room, I don't know. I might do a hardcover, I might not. But like I said, I've had demand for a Death Call hardcover, so I just thought, oh, I'll just do it, see what happens. Might as well,
Yeah.
The hardcover is really cool. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
really
It
it's
looked nice.
bigger,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked good.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, all right. Let's see. When did you say pre-orders start? When for the Clatterman?
April 22nd,
April 22nd, and then it comes out in
May 6th.
May 6th. Okay.
I like to do kind of short. I know sometimes a lot of people do like long pre-order windows. I like to kind of just like bam, just like get it
Yeah.
out there and then like
Oh, yeah. I'd rather it be like that. Like, give it to me. I don't
yeah.
want to wait 6 months.
Yeah.
I get it. Well, all right. That's all we got. So, well, before we go,
Oh,
fantastic show. I had such a great time
aw.
here tonight.
Aw,
All righty.
thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm not that good at it, but I
You
appreciate you telling
I
me that.
had such an amazing time just
Well,
hanging out
thank
with
you.
you. It's been really, really enjoyable just chilling out.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. Well, all right. I hope everybody has a good evening. Get some rest because I'm very tired and I'm about to go to bed myself. But other than that, y'all have a good evening and see y'all later.
bye.